Patreon now. What up, Patreon? We're watching the Mayans, and they're freaking insane.
The
So
Mayas
good.
are the best, baby.
Steven said best act ever. Maybe I said definitely best act.
It's better than their first act, and I didn't think it was that possible to this extent.
The way they climb up on each other is crazy.
They knew the act was we do something in unison. So they surprised us by doing that very rarely, only doing it once. And I think the effect of that girl tucking her arms behind her back and everybody else being her arms was so spectacular. And the snake stuff, even the puppeteering of the snake speaking, even though I'm going to get a little picky, the puppeteering lip sync was shit. Doesn't matter. Like, it's so good. It's so original.
Is that Sophia?
Sophia, yeah, jumping up and going up there and all.
Oh, yeah, that's her golden mother.
Simon saying this is the kind of act that doesn't just change the competition, it changes the world. I mean,
holy shit.
Not just going to change your lives, and this is going to sound very dramatic. This is the performance that changes the world.
I'm fucking inspired, man. Dude, this is.
It is America's Got Talent. That is the world's Got Talent.
It makes me want to reach out to people all around the world that think they're alone. Yes, that's what I want, a golden buzzer.
You are Vegas ready. You don't have to do anything else. You are ready.
They just won the show.
You up there are not, it's not a dance troupe. It's not a dance group. You create one of the most beautiful, singularly most beautiful. This visually, audibly, and in every way is the best moment I have seen in AGT.
Best moment in AGT history. Wow. That's good. They didn't have time to ask them the question because Howie ended it perfect.
all right, hit record. Let's talk. Oh, we are recording. So,
Yeah.
Brett, why are you so overcome with emotion right now? You're very overcome with emotion. So talk about it.
I don't know. It made me just think about my life and people around the world and be nicer. And I don't know. I just want to help people. It's inspiring and it was amazing.
Yeah, the Mayyas act is, this is gonna sound like I'm tooting my own horn. I'm really not. I have a point. And there was something about their act that I thought was so special. And it's because of who they are and their sort of creative vision and what they've had to overcome. It's like when I get mad at younger singers that sing these songs that they have no idea what they're singing about. I feel like there's something missing. I think you can sense in an artistic venture when somebody is overcoming something in order to bring you that art. And I think the Mayyas definitely qualify. There's a level of creativity. There's a level of earnestness with how they go about doing things and kind of a joy in their performance. Even though it's about this kind of like very serious looking thing, there's still this sort of like energy and joy that radiates from them because they're getting to perform. And their attitude feels like if we're going to do this and break tradition for where we grow up, then damn it, we're going to do the best performance you've ever seen in your life.
Yep.
And I think I mean, we didn't talk about the yo-yo act. You and I disagree slightly about whether he went bigger or not, but I thought what really worked with his thing is the story of them showing him as a little kid doing this. And you just got that sense of, my God, his life is built to this moment and it's amazing.
It was fun. It really was.
fun. That's a
Yeah.
great way to put it. It was fun,
Yes.
but there's a depth, or at least it feels like there's an emotional depth. Like his thing is cool, but their thing is inspiring.
And
Does that make
epic.
sense?
Yes. Inspiring, epic.
I mean, theirs is the kind of act that opens up people's minds and they start thinking about different ways to do things. Because they could have gone with something safe, which would have been, the gimmick is all of us are in this perfect line and we do stuff in it. And in fact, they sort of, I think that they're way savvier than people give them credit for. Because to do that thing of like, oh, the judges tuck in close, implying that we're going to do the same thing that you saw last time, and then completely blowing us away by doing something totally different. I think that kind of forethought and showmanship, that's the extra intangibles that it takes to win a competition like this. Because you are going to have to overcome some people's inborn prejudices in order to get them to vote for you. And I think them winning feels like a triumph in a similar way that Brandon Leak winning felt like a triumph. Not just of, this is a great act, we've never really seen something like this before or heard something like this before, but it's inspiring. Brandon Leak goes out there and just does spoken word and
Inspiring.
and beats these acts that are much more elaborate and dangerous or whatever, but you just see one guy who's able to sort of transcend and reach through the television. That's the difference between Mayyas and I think most of the acts that we saw. Perfectly good acts, even the acts that we sort of didn't like. I'm not going to say they weren't well performed acts. By normal human standards, they're incredible. They're all incredible. The singers are incredible. However, do any of them really transcend? No. Do the Mayyas transcend?
Yes.
Unquestionably. And I think, like I said, and I mean, I know I was, but I knew that it was going to be a fight for 10 people to get one spot because the Mayyas had it locked up. They are not leaving anything on they are leaving it all out on the field.
They have their next act ready, by the way. Their next act is ready.
Absolutely. Or at least they have the framework of a concept. It's so important to have a concept. And like let's go ahead and talk about the yo-yo acts so we can put this on both.
Oh, hold on. I wanted to add something about
please,
her.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, I forgot, but I'll think of it. Just go with the yo-yo.
So the yo-yo act, I think he went bigger. I think he gave us everything he had. And it was super cool. And it, like you said, it was fun. At the end of the day, it's a yo-yo act. And it's just like I was saying about another act before. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of dudes breakdancing. And you can do it as cool as you want, but there's no trick you can do that I haven't seen before.
You can't describe this with the
and
word.
It can't transcend. There's no dancing act that is going to have a bigger effect on me than the first time I saw Jabberwocky on that MTV dancing show. Because that's the first time I ever saw that kind of level of breakdancing, popping, locking, coordinated effort. And they had those masks, la, 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 la. After Jabberwocky, I'm not going to be, because I'm never going to have that experience of being blown away. But Mayyas, I can still be blown away. I mean, you heard me whooping it up because I was watching it before Brett got
Yeah, he was going crazy.
I was going crazy from the second that I saw that they did it. By the way, Brett, I'm going to say something else that's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
You remember that look that they had in the beginning?
Yeah.
It's a hooded cobra.
A hooded cobra?
Now visualize what you saw in the beginning. Now that I've said it was a hooded cobra.
I see it.
And doesn't it blow you away even more somehow? That you
Yeah,
just go
it's like that art with 3D art.
How many times is there an AGT act that you could watch more than once and actually get more out of it, like a great movie or a book?
None. I got something too. Most memorable moments are from people's auditions, but the semifinal performances a lot of times are forgotten.
Ooh,
This is the one that's going to be the viral hit.
wow.
This is the one that's going to go crazy.
That's
and
a great point.
If they top it, that one will go.
That'll be legend forever. That'll be like Chin Lin's final performance. That'll be like, oh my God, I hate to say it, Darcy Lynn's final performance, which I will admit, she found a way to go bigger. And like
Brandon
you know,
Leak.
Brandon Leak.
For you to say that something is transcending
Yeah, it's transcended.
in AGT, which you hate.
It's
We-
art.
It's art,
on-
yes.
It's art on an artless show. And we saw a couple of acts that I thought advanced. I thought Christie's pole dancing thing was a really cool way to do it.
I'm gonna
But-
write everything down because
Well,
they got a
boy,
spot.
The Mayyas going last. I don't.
Oh yeah,
It just makes you forget everything that you saw before it.
Yes.
I mean, again, I think the Mayyas act was so beyond that it may change who wins the other spot. In other words, I think them being so good actually hurts the pole dancing.
Yep.
I think it hurts the dancing group. I think it hurts the yo-yo group because they all have this sort of physicality about them that after you see the Mayyas go, it kind of turns down the volume on those other acts. I think like a singer suddenly has a better chance because a singing act has no resemblance to the Maya act. Anything that has any kind of physicality is hurt by the Maya's act because it's so beyond. Because
And
your
if you-
expectations go way up now.
If you're gonna vote twice, you go with the Mayyas and then maybe something funny. And unfortunately, which was the not the comedian, but there was something else that was just kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But because of them, I don't remember anyone else except for the pole dancer with the knights. That was the knights and with the pole dancing, correct?
Right.
I got them too.
And again, I mean, I gotta say, okay,
Yeah.
as somebody who frequently went to Vegas, and I've seen all kinds of, okay, I've been to Vegas a bunch of times, street cred. Here are the acts that I've seen. Cirque du Soleil when it was new. Tom Jones. George Carlin and Andrew Dice Clay in a double bill.
That's crazy.
Avenue Q, the like dirty puppet show. So I've seen a variety of different acts. And when people think Vegas act, you think of something like the knife throwing act, or even the guy who sang while he did magic. Now that I brought that guy up, now you're going, oh yeah, that guy. I totally forgot about that guy, right? Because he's pretending to do magic. The Mayyas are magic.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much the best way to end this. Where the truth hurts. We'll be right back. Stick around if you want to hear a reaction.
Post go, bro.